So here's where we are. I didn't do anything during the week. It's now Friday night, so I'm gonna get a little bit of stuff done tonight. Not too much, but enough to make some progress. So what we're gonna do tonight is two things. One, picked up one of these on Amazon, $10. It's should be very similar, except this one looks like it's nylon. Should be very similar to that. It's an Allen. Something like that. Just to kind of have a place to organize some stuff. Yeah, this one's a fabric, but should work. Not made as well as that one, but as long as it adds some storage, we're good. So I picked up this. This is just some of that cheap, they call it yucca board. It's like $8 a sheet. I picked up a sheet of this. Plans are with this is to cut a piece to go on that back panel, like put that undercoating on it, which will help sound deaden it, but still you can tell that. And then stock, or I don't know if they all came with it, not stock, but from the factory. Of course, this could have been an add-on. See, that one's got it's like a cardboard. It's thin, still that would help. And what's also kind of cool is this one's got this tray, so it may make something. I don't know. We'll see. I have to get this thing going. Needs a fuel pump. Actually, I have a fuel pump. Needs a fuel pump put in it. Oh, and it needs, the reason it's sitting there, it needs a fuel pump to make it run. The reason it's sitting here is transmission. Reverse is weak. So let me get this measured. We'll get that board cut, and I'll get it painted. I'll just spray paint it black so it blends in, and then we'll get this mounted on. I probably just will paint it tonight and let the paint dry and install it tomorrow. It's cold, so I need to get my paint, get it, probably set it right over here, just kind of near the heater so it can warm up a little bit, so it'll at least spray. And all this should be set up. So mainly is goal tonight is to get the board cut and get it painted. So there's the rough fit of it. Actually, it's not tucked in behind that speaker over there, but it will be. And I cut it where it could kind of go in, kind of push down on the carpet, but also come all the way up to the top of here. What I'll do now is pull it back out and just rough it up just a little bit with some sandpaper, and then I will paint it, and then we will, once it dries, it dries, just so you can see, I'll take and I'll put a little bit of caulking on the high parts of this. Kind of a little in here, a little in here, a little in there, there, and that one over there. And that way, when I put the panel on it, the panel will kind of stick to it instead of the panel kind of, well, I'm going to put self-tapping screws in it too, but that'll just make sure that the panel doesn't end up kind of vibrating on it like it could possibly do. I don't think it would, but just to make sure that it doesn't, we'll put a little caulking there so it'll stick it. So, alright, let me get this ready to paint. Alright, after 10 o'clock, I'm tired. I'm kind of at a stopping place, so we're going to stop for tonight. What I've got is the cowl back in with the bottom part on, wipers back on, tested the wipers and the washers, make sure that they would park at the right angle. Looks pretty good to me. And the washers are squirting about in the right spot, so should be good. What else? Oh, there's that board cut and just a quick coat of paint. Not trying to make it look perfect, just not brown. So let that dry. It's it would take quite a few coats to get it perfect, but it's good enough, and that's some cheap paint. Dollar store. So good enough. It's gonna be behind the seat. We'll get that in tomorrow and we'll go from there. Go right there. So there's what it looks like. Just a few screws in it. Like I said, the paint job's not the best on it, but it's going to be behind the seat. This stuff, it kind of absorbs the paint, but it also kind of absorbs it uneven. So, looked like my coats were pretty even, but it probably needed a few more coats to kind of even it out, but like I said, it's going to be behind the seat. So that should help with sound deadening a little bit. I'll put a few screws on it and then we'll call it good. Alright, so we're done. And here's where I'm going to leave off. Got this thing mounted. Of course that panel's in there. Did have to put some holes through the cab. There were already some holes there, so yeah, not going to hurt to put a few more. Up here, this is in between the dipped in part, so these don't go through the cab or through the outside. Only the bottom ones do. And I didn't feel comfortable with just the figured it would rattle. I didn't think the caulking was strong enough, plus I had that rubberized undercoating, so the caulking's having to stick to the undercoating, so I figured it wouldn't hold if I just put them at the top. So I put some at the bottom, you know, where it could hold. And kind of put some silicone around the top, silicone around the speaker. Didn't do this side because there's a gap. Seat's drying still, kind of. I just put some cleaner on it. It cleaned up a little bit, but I didn't scrub it real good. Just kind of wiped it down. Didn't put the other floor mats back in it. I had these in the shop. I think I got them at the dollar store or something. And I just put them in to keep from tracking up the carpet. and I'm gonna go buy some mats, some new mats. The other ones had like tar on the back side of it from that jute pad, the tar part of it, and I didn't want that sitting on the carpet. So there's that side. Got a little stain right there. Got to clean up, or not a stain, but just a little mud. But I think it turned out good. Got everything pretty much cleaned up. Makes the door panels look bad. But anyway, that's it. Of course, I undercoated the step too, and that's mud. But we'll go get some floor mats, and then we'll be done. So, thanks for watching.